So I'm a James Bond fan, huge fan. But anytime I see James Bond news, I gotta jump on it, especially after they announced that the new James Bond would be directed by Denis Villeneuve, director of the Dune series. And I'm sure I slaughtered your name, and I apologize, but I do that to everybody, so it is what it is. But anyways, we got some news from the writer of the new James Bond film. Let's take a look. So this is coming from superherohype.com. It says new James Bond writer reveals tone for next 007 movie. Ooh. So following confirmation of Stephen Knight's involvement in the new James Bond movie, the Peaky Blinders creator has shared his reaction to joining the long-running spy thriller franchise. This marks the first time the Knight will be writing the screenplay for a major movie franchise like James Bond. That's interesting. James Bond writer teases next 007 movie. So during a recent interview with the BBC Radio 5 Live Breakfast, Knight expressed his excitement for the project, revealing that he has actually been a longtime fan of the franchise. In addition, he also teased what James Bond fans can expect from the next 007 movie. It has always been on my bucket list, and it's fantastic to be invited to do it. I can't wait to get started, Knight said. I'm hoping that being a Bond fan for so many years, it will be imbued into me and I will be able to produce something that's the same but different and better, stronger, and bolder. Ooh. Um, The next James Bond movie will be directed by Dune filmmaker Denis Villeneuve from a screenplay that will be written by Knight. At the moment, casting speculations about which actor would be chosen to become the next 007 continue to circulate online. Among the popular rumored choices are Aaron Taylor Johnson, Richard Madden, Idris Elba, Tom Hardy, and Henry Cavill. However, after Villanueva signed on, Jacob Elordi, Tom Holland, and Harris Dickinson emerged as the three actors who are believed to be at the top of the studio's list. Interesting. Amazon MGM Studios recently obtained creative control over the iconic 007 franchise through a new joint venture deal with James Bond franchise co-owners Michael G. Wilson and Barbara Broccoli, whatever. Sorry. So first of all, I love it when I hear that actual fans of the IP are involved with the project, because that means that they're already bought in, right? They're not someone who had to go scramble and read all the books or scramble and read all the comic books so they can get an idea of who the character is. They're already a fan, and because they're a fan, they'll know what a fan would want to see. So I like that. That's part one. Part two, the whole bigger, better, stronger, bolder. That doesn't really give us an idea of tone, essentially, except that they want to do something a little more bigger in scope. Okay. At the end of the day, as long as it nails who Bond is, not only who he is in the books, but who we have become to love as a character over the years, and they don't go way off and try to do something too new where it doesn't really reflect the James Bond, I'm good with it. Really, what it boils down to is who they cast, and I don't think they have ever gotten it wrong over the years. Have there been some Bonds better than others? Sure, but overall, everybody who has stepped in the shoes to play James Bond has been great. And Daniel Craig knocked it out of the park. And I remember everybody was like, "Oh no, this was a horrible choice. Why? Bah, 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 bah. He's blonde. He's this. He's that." He killed it. So I am going to trust that they get it right. Some of those names I don't. I hope they don't pick, despite them being great actors. But at the end of the day, I'm sure they'll get it right because so far, so good. But anyways, are you a Bond fan? What do you think of this news of them being bigger, stronger, bolder uh, for this next Bond? What do you think of the writer that they have chosen and the director they have chosen? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. Do me a favor. If you like the content, don't forget to click that like button and subscribe. And hit that little alarm button as well so you can get alerted whenever I post new content. And also, do me a favor, share with other people who you think would like this content as well. We have a big goal of 1,000 subscribers we're trying to get to, and we need your help. Appreciate it. Till the next one. Peace.